Hey, 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 hey. Hello. Hello. Hello, good evening. And welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. We are pretty close to the new release. And I hope I can do it this weekend. I think there is enough, new stuff to actually make a release. And I think it could be a good time. Let's see. How everything goes. Making a release takes quite some time, so I have to plan it properly, but I think it's possible. We were working on crafting books in particular, and crafting in general. So the good news for you is that I managed, to not finish, but let's say, to reach a good point in the crafting books code that we were working on yesterday. And so what I managed to do, I basically managed to have I can show you. Basically, I managed to have the crafting code good enough to show the description for every single item, transformation, or combination. And I would say that as a pass that I want to do in this release is probably enough. So I mean, I have many other ideas and things that I would like to do, but I think it will require significantly more effort, and maybe it's not a good idea to do it now, right? So because then we will delay the release and such. So we may go with that. Maybe in the next one. Yeah, but basically I think I'm loading the dummy database. We should still have a crafting book, no? I don't know. I don't remember if we have a crafting book in the dummy DB. I mean, I think we do, but probably it has very, very little stuff in it. I think it was fishes with dishes. No, dishes with fishes. Let's see. Where flags. No? Where no, where's slots? Yeah, there are a few books. Anvil design. Yeah, that is the dummy DB, so there is a bit less stuff, but that's fine. Protocol of Shield is not opening up. Why these ones are not opening up? I don't know. Maybe they are missing. Smoked provolone. Garrett whey bread recipe. You don't have permission from the faction to open this item. I think GMs should be able to open it anyway, no? I mean, it's preventing me, but in reality, I am a GM. Right, unless I change something. Oh no, I am GM. I don't know, I think I never checked this stuff, but let me try this one. This one I remember it was okay. Is it inside this box? Fuck. That I cannot open. Okay. 1504. Yeah, but why is telling me this? I don't like that. You don't have permission from the faction to open this item. Okay, fine, but from the faction. Wait a second. From the faction to open this item, right? Huh? What is that check? Is it client side? Ah no, it's in the script. It's in the script. Okay, 1 second. No, we need to fix this because I think this would be annoying. Send container content, I think is here. No, it's not here. GG. One second. View item, owning character, is container. Can I open this container? Get script can use. Get script, find script. Get script can use. Hello, Hula. Hello, Constables. Hi. What's up? Like can use, no? Okay. Okay. Bra. Faction can use AK. Okay, so I need to disable this for GMs. Yeah, I have to disable this for GMs. So I will say, if not, can use, right? I mean, no, if the script, sorry, this is the script. That is the script that is empty, right? But I think if you are a game master, you just skip this thing. So, or, you know, the player, which is this client, is a game master, right? Right. No, I mean, if he's not a game master. If he's not a game master, we go through this. If he's a game master, this will be false. But if this is true, we go through this anyway. No, that is not working. So it's an end. What is it? Yeah, it's an end, right? It's an end. So and so, yeah, this negation for positive stuff is always confusing me. So the script is not empty, right? And the client is not a game master, right? In that case, we do this check, otherwise we don't do the check, right? So I will be able to see, okay, this I think is a good change anyway that we had to do. The other question, guys, is I would like to reduce the number of icons that are useless, in particular on containers, right? There was a bug or a bug request. Listening while at the office. Yeah, you are on another time zone. I think the only time for you guys in the US to actually see me or anyway speak a bit is if I mean, it's maybe Saturday night, right? But also on Saturday night, I don't go very late usually with the streaming. True. But maybe Saturday, you know, is not a working, is non-working day for you, so it's easier to catch me. I see. I see. Okay, let's restart and see if as a game master I can skip that check. Now I think the game master can demote themselves, right? They can set themselves as players, and when they do that, I think they can still check, you know, the faction requirement. Yeah, so now I can open it, but if I set me player, which basically means that I'm not a GM anymore, or only the flags, that I don't know. Probably only the flags. How do I set me? Is there a demote or no? There is. I think if I deputize myself to 0, deputize myself to player, your access level has been disabled for this session. Okay, so now, okay, yeah, you can still test it this way, right? So now my access is only the one of a player, is a temporary thing, and if I want to restore it, I can do deputize me reset, and now I have my access again. Okay, we fixed that, which is good. But no, actually was not. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Yeah, so basically what I managed to do, well, I managed to do a few things. First of all, you can now scroll properly with the mouse in this window, while before you couldn't. It was very annoying, but now you see you can scroll well with your mouse button like this. Holy shit. What the? What the? Is that a real one, or is it I do it and I cancel? Because unfortunately on Patreon there is do and cancel thing, so you can pledge, but then you can basically if your card is not connected, you're trying to pledge, but then the charge is failing, and so it's basically not an auto rollback, right? But we can check that. I read 102, but actually it's 10.2. Okay. I read for whatever reason because it was like a weird number. I said, "Holy moly, what is going on?" No, he joined as a Dom traveler. Fantastic. Hey, thank you a lot. I don't know if you are listening, Holly, but thank you a lot for the Patreon subscription. Thank you a lot. Thank you. Very appreciated. I mean, the money that we get on Patreon is used for um, no, it really says what? I don't know. There's something weird going on here. I don't know. It's really weird. He said $102, but okay. Anyway, you need to know you can have tax free with your foundation. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, thank you a lot, Ollie. Really appreciate it. Making this game is not easy, and so yeah, it's very nice to see that there is people that are supporting it and are interested into the game. And I mean that doesn't mean that you all have to donate to be interested, but it's really appreciated. Thank you. Yeah. And I don't know if he's listening, but if you're listening, thank you. So so it was really 102. At least it looks like. Okay. Okay. Pretty good. So what I did, I basically enabled here you see all the possibilities. Now I think there are still a few that may be wrong, right? And we have to check it. For example, I'm seeing now this slop. No, it's probably correct actually. Combined between 1 and 2 eggs, between 2 and 5 milk, between 7 and 12. Yeah, I think it's probably okay. Mix at 1 a.m. This one is in the dummy database, so obviously it's wrong, but I think it's pretty funny that we have a process that is called the mix at 1 a.m. Okay, so this is what I did, right? We can probably put here at the top the name of the item, but it's true that the name of the item is always in green, right? So if you look here on the right and read the green, you know what you clicked on. Now, it may not be super intuitive, but that's basically what it is. So the green is always here on the side, right? And yeah, look at this. You didn't know, huh? You didn't know I could do this, huh? Okay. So so yeah. And Holly, I don't know if you know, but if you connect your, in case you're listening, if you connect your Patreon with Discord, you will also get a Discord badge. And so, yeah, you can have your Discord status, let's say, yeah, on the Discord server, which is pretty nice. Which is very nice. Okay, so what we want to do next? I think that my idea was, you know, to you see all these icons. So I just dropped the chest, right? It is a normal chest. It's a normal chest, but he has 3 million icons, right? So he has use, combine. Okay, the search for traps I think is fine, but he has this use and combine, and use and combine actually are in theory available only if the container is a container that can be used for crafting, right? And at the moment we don't have this flag, so or we add this flag to all the items, which may be a bit annoying, but maybe probably the only, I mean, the best solution. Or because I tried to do it this way, you see. So if I pick up this, right, if I pick up this chest and then I look at it in my inventory, you see that there are no icons on the left, right? And there are no icons on the left because I'm checking that you are in your inventory. So does it make any sense to use it, to combine, to search for traps or whatever, because you already opened it, right? And it's in your inventory. So while if the same item is on the ground, right, you can actually have here the icons, right? But I did also another additional check that if this is not a can transform item, then you don't have the combine and use. But I don't know if that is correct, because if I do this in the real if I do this in the real game, and maybe, yeah, let me try that. So this is what I was doing just after dinner. I arrived exactly here. So let me do it with the real data. So we go in prod 2. We say repopulate items true, and everything else, NPC, quest, we say false. But I want to see the items on the ground. So it will take a bit more to... We take a bit more to start up, right? Ah, I understand what it did. Okay. I'm just checking on Patreon because I'm so curious now to know if someone pledged $102 for real. And yes, it did, but it's the yearly is the yearly pledge. So he pledged, you know, the $10 per month with a discount, right? For the full year, which is great anyway. So he can stay with us 12 months, basically at the cost of 10 months, which is fantastic. So he really committed for a year with us. So nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Holly. You will be here for a year. I will be here for a year. Probably I will be here for the next 20 years. I cannot really predict, you know, because this is a hobby at the end, and maybe one day I will change my hobby. But at the moment I have no idea to change my hobby. So I hope to be here in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years, I don't know, depending on how long I live, but still making plane shift. I want to have plane shift in augmented reality. Okay, so here we are in the real production server. So the items are the items, and the now let's go maybe to the default Arnquist location. I mean the blacksmith location. So we see. Okay. So there should be all the items here. Right? And what I want to see, I see with the new rule that I introduced, which basically says that you can only combine, you only have the buttons for combine and use if this is a can transform container. Does it really make sense? Because you see here you have it, but actually I think it makes sense so it's so and so. Like here also you have it. But I think if I go in the Smith table, it's probably not there, right? Yeah, exactly. No, so this is not good. we cannot use the can transform. We cannot use the can transform trigger. It's not good. It's not good. No. And by the way, the can transform trigger is not even. I mean, the can transform flag is not even in our game master. There is a window that only game masters have, and they can change pretty much anything about this item, right? And but we don't have the can transform here. I don't know. I'm a bit. If I take the anvil, what happens? Oh, the anvil is not here. Ah, yes, the anvil is here. For example, the anvil has the use only. Because it's a normal item. But how does he know? Because I think he's putting the use anyway. Nah, it's putting the use anyway. Nah, that is not very good. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think we need new flags. It may be annoying, but I think we need new flags. We need a use flag and a combined flag. Because you see, there are certain things, right, that you really have to do in a specific with a specific tool, like the Smith table, right? So this one you have to do it that way. But wait a second. So for example here I need to, let me try to do this 1 second. So if I get this small chain mail parts, right? Small chain mail parts. And I put it in this table, right? And then I use it. Yeah. Yeah. So in theory I need the use, so it's not, yeah, so it depends, right? It depends. Like sometimes on the Smith table you may use the use button, sometimes you may use the combine button, right? And the only thing that we are sure is that if it's an anvil, right, it's impossible to have the combine because it doesn't make any sense, right? And it is already correct, by the way. And it is already correct. So I think that unfortunately the use... so we need the use everywhere anyway, and we can maybe save only the combine. Does it make sense to have the combine as a pop-up? I don't know. I mean, are you really going to click on that, or you're going to open the table and then click on combine? Because, you know, the stupid thing is that even if I drop one of my items, like I drop like a shield, right? I drop a shield and then I right click and I see the use icon, right? Which is like, what? And if you click use, it does nothing because actually it's a crafting, right? It's a crafting command that you are issuing. You are issuing a crafting command, it doesn't make any sense on the buckler, right? And I think new players may be very confused by this because they may say, "Oh, use meaning that I use the shield, so I equip it, right? I equip it." So I think that the use should really show up only for really for the crafting items, right? Like the anvil, like the Smith table. Like the quench tank. I mean, this kind of stuff, right? And I think that for the containers, doesn't really make a lot of sense that is here. I think it doesn't make any sense that is here. I think I would like just to have it inside. So you see what you are doing, right? Because anyway, you're not going to click combine if... you're not going to click on combine without seeing the items inside, right? I think it's kind of weird. I mean, use yes, because you can do it on the anvil. But combine? Is that to cut and let the craft icon with crafting and other with the other? Why? So to separate the crafting icons and to separate and okay, you mean in terms of positioning? So like this combine is here on the left. No, that's not complex. But my idea would be to remove it completely. To only have it. I mean, if it's a container in the interact window, I don't want to have it. I think I want to have it only here. And by the way, this combine is different than the other combine. I don't know why. Why this combine is not that combine? I think that is the real combine, no? I think this was like construct or something like that. Yeah, I think this was the construct. I think this one looks better as a combine. I can change that. But anyway, that's not a big point. Okay, so I have to undo. I have to undo what I did, because actually what I did, I used the can transform to actually show in the container, right? So this is the current code. It's not that complex, right? It is, I think it is for item and container at the same time, right? And okay, you have to be in range, fine. And then basically that you see that it's adding as a default examine and use. Is adding that as a default, but I don't think I agree. I think that well, there is one point though, that if it's an action location like a mechanism, we should still be able to. Yeah, but I think for action location is different, because we have, because they use but for action location I have to be sure I'm not breaking mechanisms. I'm not breaking mechanisms and doors. No, but doors is going into a completely different yeah, doors. So action locations is going into a complete different at least I think so. Well, I think is another thing. I remember there was the request action location. No. Okay. Entrance message. This one is the one from for the entrances, like doors and other stuff. Now I'm lost in the code to remember. But anyway, there is not. We just need to check at least one action location to be sure that we are not messing up, right? We just need to check one, right? I think I don't have it here. No. Coming soon. Where do I have an action location close to here? I mean, I had one here. Oh my god, it's so dark. It's so dark. Okay, better. No, I don't have one here. These blocks, weren't these blocks, no? They were not, huh? It's kind of strange, though. I remember that the fountain was... No? Fountain. Fountain border 01. Ah, no, these are other fountains, no. Fountain block, yeah, exactly. This one's. I think these fountain blocks were active, no? BP Idla Fountain 5? This one changed, huh? Let me just check one thing, huh? $203. Yeah, the problem is knowing which one it is. The problem is knowing which one it is, because these were block 01, 330, 147. GG boys. GG. And by the way, they are all in the same location at the moment. Examine select. Yeah. So this interaction. By the way, those action locations are broken, eh? Those action locations are broken. Why you see me that bad? Let me see. I am limiting 30 FPS, but you're seeing me very, very, very bad. Why? Okay, now better. Probably because I went full screen, and full screen is fucking up a bit. You can just open it for crafting without deleting. The problem is to decide what is crafting. So which items are crafting enabled and which ones are not. Why my PC is so stupid today? I think that my PC is a bit stupid today. Is this fountain that is really making him mad or what? I think it might be the fountain. Because if I stay here and I move my head, it's not going crazy. But if I look there and I go closer, then yeah, then I start to be like bad. Okay, then we will have to check if that particle is too heavy. But yeah, no, I want to hide, but the point is, how do you decide what to hide and when? You know, which item? So how do you know? How do you know if a particular item is a particular item you can use or not? That's basically what I'm saying, right? So how do you know? Request map action location. request map action location. No, I think is a different. Yeah, it's a completely different part of the code. So we are not breaking the houses or anything else if we add. Is there a new driver to download? There is a new driver to download. I think that's why it's going so stupid. Yeah, when NVIDIA has a driver to download, is partially downloaded, not installed. I think is may do this. Anyway. Action location, examine and script. I'm trying to understand where in the code we do the menu for the action locations, but it seems that I cannot find it. Because this is the query, right? But then it goes directly into process matches. Then it's going examine or script. But it is already after, I think. This process matches is already after. What I'm trying to check is if I just right click, right? So I don't do anything crazy. Yeah, it's coming to request map action location. Found one matches, and then we see the menu. So it is request map action location. It is. But then what? Probably is not query, it's probably list. It's probably list query, because probably query is the one that goes on one already. Yeah, so that's manage client side. Okay, but just to say that this part of the code has nothing to do with our interaction window. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, what if we add two flags? Now the flags needs to be on item stats, right? So it's a permanent flag on the item. Permanent flag on the item. Because you see this can transform actually is not equal to you can combine and use. Is not. The problem is that if I have to add 2, I will have to go 1 0 0 0 0 0 and 2 0 0 0 0, and we reach the maximum of this enumeration. But I mean, it's fine. I think one thing that would be nice is if there was another way to determine. How do I determine if I want the use or not on a particular object? In theory, it depends on the transformations, right? But is that really true? Because I can have an interactable object. I don't know. I don't know if it's really true. There are so many possible cases, and I'm not sure that adding a new flag is really the solution. Because I can say in item stats, you know, we have these flags, and they say, oh, if it is an anvil, right? But this means that we have to go through all the items in the game and change the flags. So this one, for example, will become stackable and usable. This one will become stackable and usable. And well, in theory, a potion, well, a potion is consumable, so I think potions we don't have to change because they are already consumable, and consumable is basically the ability to use it already, right? So you can drink it. So I'm trying to understand. I want to add 2 flags, right? I want to add usable and combinable. I don't know if it's even an English word, but anyway, yeah, probably it is. Combinable, or we can just call it use and combine. Okay, use and combine. So we can have these 2 new flags. Now, how many objects I need to touch to actually have that working properly? So for example, on the smith table, on the weaponsmith, what I would do, I would say combine and use both or not. So is this table combine and use, or is only combine? No, it's combine and use, right? Because we said that when I have to do the waving of that thing that we just did before, right? This one is not a combination, is a usage. So basically, in theory, for all the items that can be used as, I should add the combine, right? I think it's not easy. I think I cannot do it. I'm thinking, but I think I cannot do it because there are too many cases. There are too many cases. There are too many cases. I don't think I can do this in a reasonable way without breaking other stuff. I think I have to leave it as it is. The only thing I can do is I think the only thing I can do is remove the container combine, right? So the reasoning here is that this doesn't make any sense to be on the UI. I think it doesn't make any sense. This one I cannot remove. I cannot remove because if I remove it, it's a freaking mess. The only annoying thing is that it's working also on all your items. Maybe I can add only the use icon. Maybe I can add automatically to all the containers also the use icon inside a container, and I can, yeah, maybe that's a compromise. The compromise is this. We add a new flag, which is actually use, right? We add a new flag. For containers, we add use in all cases inside the container window, right? Which means here, which now is disabled, by the way, but I have to change that. So for containers, we add the use in all cases inside the container window. And well, we add the use and the combine, right? So those two will stay. But not in the pop-up. For the use, so for the normal item, right? So for items, we check the flag, right? We check the new flag, and so it means that we check the new use flag, and we ensure that we have to set it, right, on all. I don't think there are too many. I think there are very few, actually. It's like the riveter is like the... Is the riveter a container? I don't remember. The milling stone, you know, the grinding stone, like this one, right? The grinding thingy, the sharpening stone, the riveter as well, right? So these tools needs to have the use flag, and these ones will have as well. And so at least you will not get the use on like the campfire, right? If I have a campfire, right? The campfire is an interactable, so the campfire has use because use is actually toggling on and off the flame, right? So the use for interactable should still be there. But the code for interactable is here, right? And use is always present. So yeah, I think this is what we should do. I think it's a decent compromise, and it doesn't require me to set 1 million flags, right? Okay, let's do it. I think I'm convinced. We can do this. We can do it. So we go in PS item stats, and we add a new flag, right? Which is PS item flag use. There will be 10000, right? I think I need to document all of this, but anyway. Now, considering is a PS item stats flag, I think it's a bit easier than... is a bit easier to, because we don't really need to save it, right? We only need to read it. You know what? I call it as use icon, so it's like 100% clear, right? That 100% clear. What is it? Cache manager. I need to change it in few places because okay. I think this is all the places where I need to change it. Now I need to change. Now I need to change. It's a bit of a risky change, but I like it, so we'll do it anyway. We'll do it anyway. So examine is always there, and and the use icon is an explicit icon, right? So I say if item data get as what? We just added it, no? Ah, no, I added in. Okay. Get base stats. Get as use icon, right? So if this is true, then we do use, right? Now we will have to change few things, but it's fine. We will have to change few things, but I think it's a good idea. So yeah, so we exit. So yeah, so this will happen only now. This will appear only if it's explicit, okay? So in our case, at least for the dummy database, let's do it dummy database, then we will do it in the real database, right? But like, for example, the anvil, right? The anvil needs to have it, right? So the anvil will have stackable and use. Hello? Cannot type anymore. GG. Bro. What is going on? Can you refresh this table? What is the problem? What problem you have, my friend? Why I cannot type? Why I cannot type? Okay, let's refresh the whole database. There is something going on. Let me open item stats again and say where name like anvil, right? And then we go here, stackable, and okay, use, right? This is an example, right? This is an example. So we will have the anvil, right, as the, okay, as our example for now, and we will see if that works. So that's fine. Okay. So, okay, so this is good. Now we have a problem on the blueprint on the client side, because I think I misused a bit the can transform, so I have to undo what I did. But it's fine, it's fine. We can change it. Because basically what I did, I said, hey, if this thing can transform, which is a very specific flag for crafting items, then show the combine and use, otherwise don't show it, right? But I think that I cannot really change at the moment. I can remove it if it's in your inventory. I think that's still a good idea. Because anyway, you cannot use and combine if a container is in your inventory. For reasons that are too complex to explain. I mean, I don't even know. In theory, it should be possible, but it should be possible, but it's not. Do we want to have the combine as the other button? I don't think there is a combine button. I think we set it on the pre-construct, right? Where we have the combine, we said 3-2. We said 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2. So this one, right? But I don't think it's this. I think the combine is this. I think this was the construct, probably. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 1. So it's 7, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 7, 1, right? It's 7, 1. So combine is 7, 1. Okay. And it's done in the pre-construct, so actually if I compile it, it should, yeah, it should show up. Yeah, exactly. It should show up. Okay. Use and combine. Should I move the use and combine after these other icons? Like, I think it's very unlikely that, I mean, it's more likely that you do take all than you do use and combine. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe yes. It's okay. Let's leave that order. So the use and combine here will stay. Okay, I don't have another way to do it because it's too complex to decide which ones. But I can remove it when it's in your inventory, and I can remove it from the right click, and I can remove, and I can and now I have to undo that piece. I have to undo. So this is valid, but this is not valid, right? So we will delete this. We will delete that. We'll delete that. Okay. Okay. Yes, but now when I'm receiving the item in detail in the interact window, I need to read the use flag, right? So in the interact window that we have here, in the interact window, oh no, I'm reading it already because the use flag was already, oh no, it's a new use flag. Wait. No, I'm reading it already. I don't have to do anything else here. I'm reading because it was already there. It's just a new flag on the database. There is, yeah, exactly. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so if I recompile now, you see, it was not even a big change. It was not even a big change. I think it didn't take much. So now we have an additional flag only for crafting needs. Civilization music. I played a bit of Civilization 6. I kind of like it, but there is always this, ending where you can win as science, culture, or military, or so, and it's always very tricky, right? So there's always one nation, one population, right, that is always reaching like the cultural one before you, or the space, the innovation one, right? So you go like, oh, I'm conquering all the land, but no way, right? Doesn't do anything. I mean, in theory it does, but it's not that easy to win that way. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens. In theory, only for the anvil we will have the right flag, and everything else should not be, right, should not be clickable as use, and the containers will not have the use and combine on the pop-up menu. They will have it only inside of the container, which means that if you pick up a container, right, you will never see it, which is good. So it's simplifying things, right? You will have less icon to mess with. I think it's a simplification. I mean, I think it's the best compromise. I still need to go through all the items in the game and flag them. Well, not all the items, all the base items, like the anvil. I flag the anvil, and every anvil in the game is then working, right? But are we using the production now? It looks like, because it's taking a lot of time. Yeah, we're using production. Okay, fine. Oh, I did it on the... No, sorry. I did it on the dummy database, so there's no way. It's not gonna work. So let's do it also on the anvil in production, okay? Production meaning a copy, obviously, of production on my machine. This is the anvil. There is also a heavy anvil. Don't remember that one, but I think it should probably be the same. Ah, no, because it's a quest item. Okay, it's a quest item. It's a quest item. It's nothing to do with that. And we have the grinding stone, right? How is called? It's called the not the milestone. The mind. No. What is the? What is the name of the grinding stone? I think there is an M for sure. Well, let me search stone maybe. No, stone is too much. The whetstone? I think it's the whetstone, huh? The millstone. But wasn't the whetstone also? No, the whetstone is yeah, no, it's the millstone. The mill. I don't know if mill is the right name, but anyway, this will be use as well, right? Okay, let's try like this. With production data. Then we need to create a list of all the items where we need to add those flags, right? So I have to go in PS Unreal Schema, which is this one, and add here at the bottom the use flag on item stats for crafting tools, right? And I will have to do something like update item stats, then set flags equal to, and then every item will be different. So unfortunately, like for example, this one is stackable in use, while the anvil was, maybe it was the same. Stackable in use. Okay, that's easy. So we can do the same on the two. So we can say set flag stackable in use where ID equal to this number. Wait, didn't work. This number, or ID equal to this other number, right? Assuming that that's the right one, and so on. So we will have to change. I don't think there are millions. There is this, there is the riveter. There is, maybe you know them better than me. Maybe you know them better than me, guys. Maybe. So what are the tools that we need to use? Boys. And don't tell me the hammer, please, huh? I mean items on the ground that you can use as tools that are not container. Okay, so if I right click on this table, I don't want to see the combine or the use in the pop-up? Ah. Why? Okay. This we have to check. In theory, it should not be there. No, 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 no. It should be there. No, no, no. It should be there. Sorry, should be there. Should be there. Should be there. Use is always there on containers. Is always there because you may. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. No, no, no. Use is there. Is there. Is there. Then here we have use and combine. Right. Then did I say that on container was always there? I think for containers we said that we didn't want the use here. We only want it inside because you need to see what you're doing. Where we want the use is here, exactly. Why is popping up anyway? I think there is something probably in the. Okay, but now if I drop the shield, right? The use. So this means that is in the. Is in the editor. Eh? I think I'm adding use anyway for whatever reason in the editor, in the client side, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that it's showing up. Doesn't make any sense. We said this. Item interaction window. We said if as a use icon, show this. If not, it does not do it. So I think there is something in the. There is something here. I think there is something here. Where we are adding the use icon anyway. Which is not a great idea. So there should be a function coming in which is receive something or setup. Yeah, setup, interact, UI buttons. Yes, this thing. So this thing, based on the object type, is basically changing the pop-up icons, right? And if it's an NPC, it's a player, blah, 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 blah. So if it's an item, right? If it's an item, it's going here, and probably there will be use always available. Something like that. Context menu for emotes. What the fuck? No, wait. I didn't follow the right line. Item. Oh, no, item is going here. Context menu for pickup icon, combine icon, construct icon, lock, unlock, minigame, traps, default options. Yeah, you see that the use is default. We don't want the use to be as default anymore. We don't want to. So we will remove it. And we will say that yeah, so only the look is a default. Okay, let's leave it. Maybe let's leave it there. I don't know. happened here? But it seems that everything is a bit fucked up. Because I think we added more variables, but so we want to have the use, right? The use is no. Use always present? No. Use always present? No. So we add a new one at the bottom, right? We add a new one at the bottom. Can I? That is use, right? And that is 0x 1 and then all zeros. That corresponds to I don't know how much, but we will put it here. And if that is the case, we will go to I think we can go here. I mean, it's not only for crafting, because it's also for crafting and interaction. It's also for interaction, so it's not just for crafting. So yeah, let me drink something because I'm like, hello, Tripton Reality. There might be something for alchemy, maybe a punch of leather working. Yeah, we need to identify those items so that we put them in. So we put them in the list. But but the good news is that I can change that at any time because it's in the database, right? So I can even if I release the client and then we see, that is missing for some items, we can just flag it from the database. So I don't have to re-release a client, just for that. Okay, so so this one will go here, and we just need to understand what is that number. And yeah, let me close the client because anyway we don't need it at the moment. I'm trying to simplify the UI a bit so that people don't go crazy, mainly new players, because I think that veteran players don't have a, no, that is not what I'm looking at. Well, what? Yeah, probably yes. Wait. Calculator. So I have this X. No, wait. Yes, I have this X. So 128. So this is 128. And this is 128. Yeah, this thing is very ugly, I know. I don't know what to say. It is. But no one will see it except you and me now, so it's fine. Okay, so 128 needs to go here. It's very ugly, but it's very fast because we are sending bitwise thingies, and Okay. So having done this, I think we are good. We can test it. I just want to be sure that I'm not breaking anything else, right? Because if I want to release this weekend, I don't want to go crazy and, you know, and having stuff that is actually broken. The Punch. What is the name? His name Punch? Puncher, maybe? Puncher. Yeah, his name Puncher. Puncher. I think we should list here all the ones that we already covered. So we covered the anvil, the riveter, the millstone, and the puncher. These are the ones that we covered for now. And these are the only ones that will have a use icon. Unless they are interactable, right? If an object is interactable, you can still see the use. Are only that few? I was thinking there were way more than that, but I don't know. I don't know for alchemy or... because they should be non-containers, right? Non-containers. Okay, so if I right click on the shield, okay, I have no use icon, right? Which is good. And if I look here, well, there is a repair, but there's something else. If I look at the anvil, I have the use icon, and if I use it, you're not sure what to do with this. Okay, fine. If I go on a container, I don't want to see any, exactly. Because anyway, if it's a container, you need to look into it to decide what to do. It's not that you're just clicking on combine without seeing what is inside, right? So you have any way to look inside. And here we have, you know, this and this. Now, if I have any other container, like this thing, right? If I right click, I don't have combine, I don't have use, right? If I look at it on the ground, I have the combine and use, because at the moment I cannot really divide the containers that can actually do stuff from the ones that cannot. So it's too complex, I cannot do it. But if I pick it up, right? If I pick it up, this is broken, huh? If I pick it up and it's in my inventory, these two should disappear. Ah, because I deleted that and there was the off for the... Yeah. True. I did a mistake now. Yeah. When I deleted the block, the top right block, but then why I deleted it? Yeah, it's kind of weird. Because the top right block was... yes. I have to put it in the first check. Yeah. In the first branch. There were two branches. Yeah, I know exactly what to do. There were two branches. One for can transform and one for the item actor. The can transfer, we don't use it anymore. So in this block, right, in this block, they use and combine, right, these two. They use and combine set visibility. Set visibility. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. And okay. So the use and combine, they have to be visible when it's on the ground, and it has to be collapsed when it's not on the ground, right? So when it's in your inventory, we don't show use and combine, because anyway, there is no way that you're going to combine in your inventory. It doesn't work this way. Our game doesn't work this way. It needs to be a proper tool on the ground, I mean, vetted by us and whatever. So you're not going to combine in your inventory. Maybe in the future, but not now. Not now. Okay, so we can save this. So now all should be good, huh? Hopefully. We just have to find out all the different objects that need to have use enabled. Now traps and other stuff. Now traps and other stuff have their own flags. So I don't think that that's a problem. I don't think so. Hey, he's repopulating the items. He's putting on the ground all the stuff that you littered. All the stuff you drop on the ground. Thousands of items, boys. Thousands and thousands of items. Thousands and thousands of items. Okay. Okay, let's try again. Interactable. As they use, because I can turn it on and off. I don't know why it's doing that double effect, but anyway. Interactable works. Normal item. I don't have the use, which is correct. Anvil. I have the use and I can use it. Container. I don't have the thing, I have it only here. Container in my inventory, I don't. Container on the ground, I have. Okay, good. I think it's good enough. I mean, it's an improvement. Now it's not maybe the best, but I think it's an improvement. Doesn't so now if I press E, yeah, it doesn't. He's trying to pick it up because E on normal items on the ground is trying to pick it up I see. Okay, fine. The same for this. Yeah. Because these are unpickable. Okay, but I think it kind of works. I think it kind of works, and I think it's a simplification. I mean, you have less icons, so it's a bit less distracting, you know. Ah! Why the you see, it was not the millstone. It was the sharpening stone. It was not the millstone. What the hell is the millstone? The millstone is this. Is this used in crafting, boys? In the kitchen. This one is used in the kitchen, huh? Millstone. So probably we need both. We need the sharpening and we need the millstone. The millstone is 352. Let me see what you can make with it. 352. 352. 352 is used, is used in brewing. Yeah, it's used in brewing to grind stuff. Yeah. You can use the crafting book recipe to narrow down. In theory, yes. In theory, yes. Let me just add this one as well. This one is 4812. 48 or ID equal to 4812, and is the sharpening stone. Yeah, we can do a kind of a query, you know, we can do a kind of a query in I don't know if it's in transformations or in processes, because this is a tool item, right? Yeah, it's in processes. It's in processes because it's in processes that you have the tool ID. So we can check. Where the hell is the tool ID? I think it's called work item ID. No? I think it is, yeah. Work item ID. So if we extract all the work item ID that are not containers, I think that we get them all. So if I say something like select work item ID. Select work item ID, name from trade processes TP, item stats IT, where TP dot work item ID equal to IT dot ID. And maybe we can say and IT dot max size, right? Max container size, container max size is greater than 1, right? So is a contain is is less than 1, so it's not a container. Is not a container. Yep, we can say item stats dot name. Okay, in theory these are okay, but they are repeated. Yeah, they are repeated because anyway, we can order by I don't know if we can do a distinct on name. We can try, but I being a composed, I don't know if you can do it. No, I cannot do it. You cannot distinct on something that is in a join and whatever. But anyway, if we order by it.name, right, we have all these things. So the anvil that we already have, 4811. 4811 we have. There is the millstone 352 and we have it. There is the riveter 4814 and we have it. And there is the sharpening stone 4812 and we have it. There is one missing though. There is the puncher. Why the puncher is missing in this extraction? Why the puncher is missing? That is very, very strange. Why the puncher is missing? 4841. 48 where work item ID equal to 4841. Yes, he's actually here. Is it because he has a size that is 1? So I should say less than 2 then. Yeah, probably the puncher has a size of... but you see, we were missing one. No, we were not missing, but in the query we were missing. So I think that this puncher probably has a weird size. Max size probably is 1 or so. No. Puncher container max size 100? What the fuck? But it's not a container. The puncher is not a container, no? Is it? No, it's not this, right? Where is the puncher? Where is a puncher? I can find it easy. 4841. 4841. 4841. Find items. Idla Jayos. There is one in this place. There is one here. Teleport me, map. But why is a container? No, it's not a container. I don't know. For whatever reason, is a container, but it's not a container. I mean, it has a weird size. It's a weird container max size, but it's not a container. Okay. Well, we can... I mean, I can remove from that query this thing, but I think if I remove this, we will get all the possible... Maybe I can say where flags is not container. Maybe I can say that. Where flags not like container. Where flags not like container, I think it may work. And flags not like container. Order by. Okay. Anvil, millstone, puncher. Okay, now it's showing up. Puncher that we got, riveter that we got, and sharpening stone. Yeah, we got them all. We got them all. There are these 5 things. There are these five thingies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got them all. We got them all. We got them all, and let me just extract flags 1 second, because I just want to see that everyone is stackable in use. Okay, so now I can run it and we can set it to stackable in use. Okay, nice. Okay, good. Yeah, I think we catch them all like this. We catch them all. Another working station between East. Yeah. I found it. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I think this is the last change. This is probably the last change I want to do. So what was the... multiple crafting books missing? Okay, so this one now is fixed at pending release, right? So this one, by the way, it's you that open it, yes. This one should be done. No, it's not done. No, it's not done. It's partially done. It's partially done. No, let me put it back to assigned. So this one is done for the books that actually have... I don't know why my character is like moving like this. Wiki. Look at that. Wiki. It happens only with one of the idle animations when you are crouched. I don't know why it's happening. It's because I have the torch or what? It was not happening before. Why? I think he's trying to find the position of the left leg and he cannot find it. I think he cannot find the position of the left leg. But he was not doing it before. And like here is not doing it, right? Depends a bit on the terrain. If the leg can go a bit inside the... yeah, exactly. It's kind of strange though. I don't like this really. I don't know if it's happening only with this character or not. I think it's when I change the... anyway, there is something else. I can go back and revisit it. At the moment it's too complex. What I was saying? Yes, I was saying that it is so the description is fixed for the majority of the books at every level. Now at every level they only have what is required to build that particular item, right? It's not all the items, it's just that particular item. And and so this should be okay. So every one of this has the proper text, right? And it's telling you only this. And for the enchant, when there are multiple possibilities like this, you get the world set, right? So you get set, blah, 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 ruby crystal, blah, 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 emerald crystal, sapphire crystal, diamond crystal. Because actually you can obtain a chainmail helm with these 4 different gems, right? And so you see it here. So now this is good. But we still have problems in some books. For example, the working with stocks, right? The working with stocks is a bit of an annoying book because the working with stock is a recursive thingy. So you can melt and unmelt, you know, you can quench and melt and quench and melt forever. And the problem is that it's going to create a recursive tree or on an infinite tree, right? And it is why there is only the Quicksilver vial. But I think it's broken, so we need the others as well. So how do we add the others? How do we add the others to the list? Okay, first of all, let me understand what is inside this book for real. So the working with stocks. The working with stocks is what? Is the foundry man. This guy. Foundry man. Is the foundry man. Okay, so the foundry man. This is our, by the way, these are our source data thingies. Exactly. You see this showing book? The showing book is 0 everywhere. But the strange thing is that no, it's not 0 everywhere. We actually have 1 in all these cases, right? So like cast iron stock and make molten iron. But for some reason these ones are not popping up. They are not popping up because why? Because this is a common because this is not even here. Because it is not the group. I think that this is a bit special. I think this is a bit special because yes, this is in theory showing book, yes, by showing book 1. So all they should show in the book. But the pattern ID, which is the one that we use to do the search, right, is 101. And 101 is not in this book. 101, so the pattern 101 is not associated to this book. Why? Because I think it's a shared. Right, if I remember right, I mean it's something we did long time ago. But if I remember right, we wanted to be able to do. No, actually it is in this common stock 100. No, it is what I'm saying. No, it is. It's not in this. Okay, so this is the design item, right? This is the design item, but the pattern is 101. And yes, it's part of a group pattern, which is okay, but okay, so why I think what we are failing with is to identify those items as final items. I think we don't find the final item. Because here we are trying to understand in all the books, right? In all the books, like this book, for example, you open it, you see these 5 thingies, right? These are considered final items. And we apply a certain reasoning for final items. And I think that probably that reasoning is failing for the working with stock book. I'm pretty sure of that. We need to understand why. I think in the preload, crafting 3, right? Well, there is actually a preload crafting, which is probably happening even before preload crafting messages. Preload crafting messages. Exactly. Okay, so what is the pattern? I think we can put here a conditional breakpoint where we say that the pattern ID pattern ID, yes, here, pattern ID equals to working with stocks pattern ID 101. Okay, 101. So now the code will stop when we are loading that book, right? It will stop right there. It will stop right there. Okay, let's try to see what is happening. My feeling is that these identify final products will fail. So we'll find only the vial and will not find anything else, because actually it's true. None of the molten iron or none of the ingots are final items, right? They are just used to make other items. None of them is a final item. In that book, I mean, is the search a final item in that book, or is the search is a final item overall? I think unfortunately it's final item overall. Very possible. Very possible. Let me just remove the loading of the items, or it will take forever. Load items false. We don't need the items at the moment. This may be not an easy problem to solve. What other books are broken, guys? Because I mean, this is actually fixed, but there was another one saying that there was a problem with working with rare stocks. Only shows red hot rare stock initially. Only shows red hot rare stocks. But at least it's showing something. Working with rare stock is working differently than working with stocks. Like there is more stuff. This list is incredible, by the way, but I think that what you listed the ones that do not have a description, right? Not the ones that are not showing. I assume, right? So all the ones that are missing a description, but but many of those, if not all of those, are actually showing in the UI. Okay, anyway, this is our pattern ID 101, right? And at the moment, we add the design item ID, which is 3008, which is correct. We do a select from trade transformation where preceding book equal to 1 and pattern ID equal to that or that, which is or this or the current group. So we are searching 101 and 100, which is actually correct because we are searching common stock and stock, right, with design item, so basically the mined item 3008, which is working with stock. So the query is obviously correct, right? But This one is what? Load transformation by pattern and group. I don't know if I should go into this. Probably not. I don't know. This part is not very easy to understand, so we just keep it for now. So let's say that, let's assume that this is doing what we want, right? Dan is doing identify the final products. I think here is where it's failing. Identify the final products of transformation. Identify the final items directly related to the items with the pattern ID. So it is returning what? It is returning final items, right? So if I execute this, final items is, well, final item is actually three things, which is 320, what is this? ID 320. So 320 is molten iron. 4855. 4855 is red hot ingot iron. I don't know, they are like completely random. I think that the algorithm is not working with this book. And 4087 red hot iron stock. I mean, why this three, really? Why this three? But anyway, after doing that, identifying three things that we don't understand why. Wait, why is doing it again? No, wait. It's doing it multiple times. So it will, okay. So it will continue to run, and at every run is adding items, right? Yeah, now we have 6. Okay, good. So when we arrive here, I assume that we will have a bunch, right? Yeah, we have 28. Okay, good. Okay, so this part of the code seems to find 28 candidates. 28 candidates, which are final products of transformations. Now, what it's trying to do here is taking this list, or no, it's not even taking that list. He's taking something else. He's identifying final related to the items with the pattern ID. This I don't understand what it's doing actually. Final pattern items 320. Okay, seems to be a similar list. Actually. So we arrive here and we have 28 items in the first and 28 items also in the second. Okay, this looks promising. So how do we lose them then? Merge the final items. Merge the final items that appear in final items and are used by items appearing in final pattern items. With those appearing in final pattern items to produce crafting. Oh my god, what is this phrase, bro? What is this phrase? So I think it's after this reconcile that we actually lose stuff, right? Let's try to go here and see what happens to these 28 items. Okay, after this run, the 28 items are still 28 items. Okay. Okay, so then what is the issue? Okay, so why then in my book I only have one? Okay, so final items is here. So we have 28. We have 28. We have all this stuff. Now we go here, and this, what is this doing? For each, this is just trying to make them unique, so that they don't duplicate, right? So if I go here, what happens to my 28? They are still 28. Okay, they are still 28. So they are all unique. Okay. So now what happens? For each of the items in craft book items, list the items to be created. And list the steps to create it. Right? And it is our new way. We should not look at the old way, because the old way is the old book that is just text, text, text. There is the new one with the tree. Right? With the notes and the tree. I'm just trying to understand why. Why did it not working? Because actually it looks like it is. It actually looks like this part is, so probably the descriptions we load properly for all those items. I think this part is actually working. Probably then is when we display them. Because here, you know, apart from that, we don't care. But when I arrive here in our new method, right? When we arrive here in our new method, what happens? What happens? What happens? Craft current description. Smelt bronze sludge into molten bronze using furnace. Yeah. This thing is actually. This thing is actually populated. This thing is actually populated. So, yeah. So we have that. We have that by, for example, 4009, right? What the hell is 4009? 4009 is molten bronze, right? Molten bronze, actually, we got its description, and we know that it can be done in all these different ways, right? Smelt bronze stock into 10 molten bronzes using furnace, right? So this is actually there. It may not be the only one, right? But so there may be more than that, but it's fine. Okay. So let's say that the population of the text is okay. I would not debug it more. So this part to me looks fine. So we load the descriptions for all that, for that book properly. So then when we have to send it, then I guess is the problem. Because here, or when we are loading the crafting tree. Yeah, probably here when we are loading the crafting tree. Yeah, let me put another breakpoint with pattern ID equal to, what was it? 101. Pattern ID 101, yeah. Pattern ID 101. Okay. Which is the same that we put whatever here, right? Yeah. So now, in theory, we should hit this. No? Yes, we are hitting this. So we go through this now. And this is for our book, for our working with stocks book. So this thing is doing select. Oh my god, this is quite a select. Okay. Well, actually it's doing it with pattern 100. Wait a second, Pattern ID. Ah no, or. Yeah. Or. 100 or 101. So the query that it's trying to do is this little monster. And this little monster returns all this shit. So it seems that we have a lot, right? So seems to be fine with me. So it's returning a bunch of stuff, and then it's trying to do what? Multi-map ordered by result item, multi-map ordered by source item, only used to determine the final items. I think it is where we failed, by the way. I think is where we failed. So we go through this, we add this cache result item. Okay, fine. We cache them, we get the ID. If the source and end item are the same, we do not list it as a source. Exactly. There is exactly the problem, because with working with stocks, you can continuously, melt and quench. So if I search here, I will find a 320 that goes into 319, and I will find a 319 that goes into the 320, right? So it's a circular reference, right? It's a circular reference between the two. So I can transform. There is exactly the problem that we have with this book. I knew it already. I mean, it's not new. So 319 or ID equal to 320 is iron stock and molten iron, right? So you can melt it and quench it, melt it and quench it, melt it. So it's a circular reference. So on a tree, I cannot visualize this. I cannot visualize this. I mean, one thing that we could do, we could exclude. Wait, maybe there is a trick. The trick could be that we flag as book 1 only from the ingot to the molten iron, and not the opposite. But probably I think is already what we do, Let me see, what was this? Iron stock, molten iron. Iron stock. Holy moly. Iron stock. Holy shit. Impossible. Too much data. So I need a 390. Well, I can filter maybe. Can I filter here? So if I go 319, exactly, iron stock, molten iron. Here it is. There is one line, and in the book is flagged as 1. Okay. Now let's see the opposite. Let's see the opposite. 320 to 319. So 320 to 319. Actually, this one is not flagged in the book. So we already did this. We already did this. We already did this. So why then is showing up? It's impossible. Right? Select result ID, item ID from tech transformation where present in book equal to 1, right? Present in book equal to 1. Right? Present in book equal to 1. Right. Yeah, I cannot see it because the union is fucking me up. Wait, but yeah, I can just add it there. Present in book. Ah, wait. There is no present in book here. Ah. Yeah, but no, it's not because trade combination do not have. Because trade combination do not have present in book, no? Or they do they have it? Combination? No, combination do not have present in book. Okay, let me just do 1. Can I do this? Okay, I can. So 320, 319, present in book 1, right? Let me say 2 a second. So this is present in book 320 to 319. And the opposite 319 to 320 is also 1. No, it's impossible, guys. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. The file is not loaded properly then. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. So trade transformation. So trade transformation, right? ID. I think that this file is not being reloaded then. Because there is no other possibility. ID number 5. Wow, number 5. Insane. $320 to $319, right? Present in book 1. Yeah. It's not being the data is not being loaded. I mean, the data is wrong. It's the data that is wrong. It's not the code. It's the data that is wrong. It's not the code. It's not the code. It's not the code. Okay. That's good. So this means that in production, right, I didn't execute. So this file, basically, I forgot somehow. Okay. We have a way out of this, huh? Update the trade transformation present in book. Exactly. So all of this needs to be reloaded, because at the moment is not up to date. All of this needs to be reloaded. It's not up to date. It's not up to date at all. Okay, so let's try to do it. So if I go trade, no, I go, where do I go? Yes, it is good. So I paste this monster, this little monster, right? And we execute it in production copy. Yeah, I know. Go. Okay, 245. Well, it's still running. No, okay, 245 changed. Okay, nice. Okay, now if I run my query again, right? This one, I should have only exactly. You see that I way less. So I only have the 320. I mean, hopefully I have the 320. No, I have the 319 to 320, but I don't have the one coming back. Okay. Okay, so if we launch it this way, I think it may work. Huh? So it was a data issue, and the reason was that there were recursive transformation. Now, this means that from the book you cannot learn that you can quench again the molten iron and make it a stock, right? That the book will not tell you, because it cannot tell you. I mean, it can, but at the moment our code is not capable of. We cannot, at the moment we cannot do it. But if we see all the other processes, you know, it's already an improvement. Because anyway, it's the primary process, right? So it's the one where you, from the stocks or from the ingots, you know, you melt and then you make a weapon or whatever. Right? So it's the preferred way, I would say. Even if I know that you refined and such, but so that needs to be, so okay, let's see if it's true. But if it's true, then that needs to be executed. Why is not connecting? Ah, yes, it's not connecting because I had the server in debug mode. And so this server is not that server and whatever. So yeah, I think that hopefully, I mean 95% this will fix the problem on the working with stocks. I don't know if we have other books that are really broken. Because this bug, I think you should, I don't know NRL if you're still here, but I think you should, with the new release, check it again and see if there are books that are, yeah, you see, working with stocks and working with rare stocks. I don't know if on the rare stocks, did we affect also the rare here or not? Foundryman, I think we affected also the rare, yes. Yes. We affected also the rare stock. So I think that both books may be okay now. Maybe. So working with stocks. Ah, much better. So now working with stocks, yeah, it is only showing you one well, in certain cases more than one, right? Steel stock Steel stock, molten steel. But isn't this the opposite of what we want? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Or not? No, no, no. It's what we want. Huh? No, it's what we want because we make. Now. Yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. It's correct. It's correct. It's correct. It's correct. We make this. Yeah, yeah. So we start with a coal sludge. This thing. So 8 iron ore, 2 coal lumps into the sludge. Then we go here and oh my god, what is this? Holy shit. Smelt steel sludge into molten steel using furnace. Recycle battle axe. Ah, because you can destroy all the... Okay, there are also... Okay. I mean... Fine. I mean, it's okay. I mean, you can melt all of this if you want into... I think it's okay, no? What do you think? What do you think, NRL, if you're still here? Because you are very knowledgeable about our thingies. So that is working with stocks, right? If I go working with rare stocks, that I don't know if I have. Looks like no. So if I do working with rare stocks, right? Doesn't exist. Working with rare stock doesn't exist. What do you mean? Working with... No? Ah, stock, not stocks, not the plural form. Working with rare stocks. Okay, this guy, right? Let me just put it in the right place, otherwise I will... This box should not be here. But anyway, and also this thing should not be here. But anyway. So if we look at the rare... Yeah, if you look at the rare, I think it's good. Can you still melt? Can you still recycle? Doesn't show any recycle. I think it's good. I think it's... I mean, at least it's better than what we have. It's better than what we have. Okay. I think it's good. I have to go, guys. It's late. But I think the point is that we improved it. There was just at least for this book, there was an error in the data. And so it was generating infinite lists, right? And yeah. The only thing that I don't know if I want to have an expand all button here at the top, right? Something that you click and it's just expanding the whole book. Certain cases may be very big, but I think would be nice. And then, so you can expand all, and then you can just, you know, shrink the one that you don't need. Right? Maybe. I don't know. Or I don't know if we need to have an expand all at this level. But anyway, I will think about it. I think pretty much Shadow and Sunshine Shield is another one, huh? Shadow and sunshine shield. No. Shadow and sunshine shield does not have the shadow and sunshine shield represent. Shadow and sunshine, maybe shields with the S. No. Shadow. Probably it's not called that way exactly. Name like shadow. Shadow and sunshine shield design. Shadow and sunshine. Oh wow, nice icon. I love it. Fantastic icon. Wheel golden radiant. True. This may also be may also be another data error. I don't know. Or maybe just the name that is wrong. Shadow and sunshine shield design 3062. 3062. 3000. 3000. 3062. It's not here. How is it possible? I mean, I think it was not here in, if it's not here, I mean, it was not here also in, wait a second. 488, 488, 408, yeah, 488, yeah, no, it's here, okay. 488 is this part, right? So if I take 5530, if I take transformations, right? Transformation 5530, is it present in book 1? Yeah, it is. It is present in book. I don't know. This I need to think about. I don't know why. $488. 488. Why is not? I don't know. I have to think about it. At the moment, I don't know why he's doing that. In theory, they should show up, but it seems that they are not. So I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe the data is not correct. I don't know, but at least working with stocks and working with rare stock now is fixed. But this shadow and sunshine shield is not. So, but anyway, I think I will flag it as ready to as a fixed pending release. I don't think I'm gonna do many more changes before the release. I think tomorrow I want to package pretty much. And yeah, I don't know, I will just check maybe tomorrow if there are any other very important bugs or not. But if not, I think I will release it these days. We have a bunch of new stuff, and this window is improved, and there is a lot of other stuff that is improved, so I think it's okay. If my character would not do this, I would prefer, but anyway. It's like if he's not finding the right balance, right? Like on 1 feet, yeah, like now we found the balance. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't think he was doing it before, or was it? I don't know, I've never seen it. I never seen it. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go. Tomorrow I cannot. No, unfortunately I cannot. But I will, after evening, after dinner, I will anyway do some work for PS. I will still work on plane shift anyway. So I will say bye-bye, and I will see you. Let me do this because I can. Ha! 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 So I will see you Saturday, yes, Saturday afternoon. And maybe tomorrow I will already start. Tomorrow after lunch, after dinner, I will start to package, right? To package the client. I don't know. I will see. I will say bye-bye. See you. See you, boys. Bye. Hey, thank you again at Holly that did the Patreon for 1 year. Thank you a lot. Bye-bye.